It's all hanging in the balance. Number 15, number 1, meeting of the Baja Mar Hoops Championship. Wake Forest, Purdue beat Memphis last night to set up this matchup. Texas Tech inserts
individually, but it's a good fit with the other 4 players on the court.
Packed house in the ballroom at Baja Mar, and Texas Tech wins the opening spot. JT Toppin misses his first attempt from the outside, just 1 for 10 from three-point territory this season. And Trey Kaufman-Renn lights the lamp.
Going to his left, looking more to kick, or a 2-man game to drop pass to the big man.
Nice no-look feed. Bamboye wasn't ready for it. Ripped away by Trey Kaufman-Renn for Purdue. As Texas Tech looks for its first points. Petty on a pocket pass. JT Toppin right over the top of Oscar Clough for the Red Raiders.
Player, when they just back you in like Kaufman-Renn can do, he says you're allowed to put the forearm in the back. I remember when they used to call that a foul, the forearm. He said no, they changed it about 5-6 years ago. As Cox
Purdue last night on an evening where Braden Smith struggled to score it. Cox had a season-high 18 points, 4 trays. Donovan Atwell cans the 3 for Tech.
Used to.
Foul trouble limited him to 17 minutes, but that's his 233rd career tray as Cox is on target from the mid-range again.
Cox is playing.
Such a fascinating matchup down low tonight. JT Toppin and Oscar Clough were the top 2 double-double machines in college basketball last year. Last night, Petty. And horseshoes off the rim. Watts in among the trees, grabs a second effort. Atwell, you bet. Donovan Atwell's second early trip. Accomplished 3-point shooters in the country. Lawyer gives it up. CJ Cox got a 3.
Yeah, you got to find him.
7 of Purdue's first 13, courtesy of CJ Cox. Toppin finds Atwell on a sidestep. He launches and hits. Trey Kaufman-Renn, that's right about his sweet spot. With the height advantage on LaJuan Watts. Count it, and 1 for Trey Kaufman-Renn. Trey Kaufman-Renn up to 20 points per game last season, one of the most improved players in the country.
Frees him up to get more rebounds because, you know, you're wrestling with those 5 men. It's hard to get your body off them, but being 4, he can overpower some of the shorter guys.
Petty hits the... Some ridiculous offensive efficiency numbers early in the season for Matt Painter's club as Smith's free throw crawls out. Smith feeds Clough for the 2-hand stuff.
If they try to jump out on Smith, he's real good at reading that. Sometimes it's a bounce pass, that time a little hook pass.
Anderson got some space and cashes in from deep.
I think he needs...
It stays here with Purdue off the block shot. The shot clock didn't reset. Meyer has to step back and hoist, and he puts it in. Omer Meyer on it. Petty's open. Toppin has the putback.
And Toppin may have got away with the same thing on that end against Jacob.
Top 15 showdown. Jacobson spoon feeds Fletcher Lawyer. And he got it.
Excellent job rotating out of that double team in the low post.
Meyer. Book it. CJ Cox. Timer dwindles to single digits. Kaufman-Renn. Anderson. It bounces in. A shooter's touch.
Yeah. He's got
close to a Final Four. Florida came storming back in the Elite 8 game, and the rest was history. Braden Smith thanks the basket. Smith across the floor. Lawyer feeds Jacobson. Backing in a Quintook, and he scores. Smith with a head of steam. CJ Cox, sidestep 3. Book it. Comes on Trey Kaufman-Renn. Across the floor, he finds Cox. A bounce pass to Jacobson. 2 to shoot. Lawyer, step back. On the money. Fletcher. Lawyer. Got another one. The 3.
Physical team, too.
LaJuan Watts handles Trey Kaufman-Renn inside, and he scores over the top of him. The Tide in Tuscaloosa last week. Back at that #1 spot. Benter drives and scores. 3 misses since then.
Yeah, I don't think you want to just continue to shoot jump shots, though.
Braden Smith flips it back to Clough, and it bounces home. Texas Tech looking for its first point in more than 6 minutes, and Christian Anderson delivers. True freshman Jalen Petty. Clough sets the screen. Smith lets it fly and fills it up. Got it 3. 20 minutes. Now the Boilermakers trying to finish off Texas Tech here in the final 20. It's Trey Kaufman-Renn opening the second half scoring. Lawyer off the inbound. Oscar Clough. Beautiful dish, and Clough detonates at the cup. Not really letting the Red Raiders feel like they can get back in this game. Oscar Clough spins on Toppin, an easy 2.
Because he's got some other teammates playing with maybe just a touch better, but he's been a great supporting teammate.
Texas Tech still hasn't scored in the second half. Toppin cleans it up. Finally. JT Toppin just 4 of 11 from the field tonight. And that rolls on through for Braden Smith. Firm control of this game since the final 5 minutes of the first half. And 1 for Leon Horner, sophomore from Dallas.
Down in the rotations.
9 appearances for Horner last season. Petty on a bounce. Toppin comfortable from out there and puts it in. Venter with the back door, and it's Meyer for 2. It's tough on Tech to score the basketball. Mismatch. Anderson twirls around Clough and gets to the goal for 2. Meyer probing. Book it. Up. Toppin saw some space and floats it in. Tyree Bryan, who was really limited in practices leading up to the season with a foot injury, will get going at some point as Oscar Clough is fouled underneath him. Back in the old days, they just threw those guys like 5 times a week. That's why Cy Young is. His portal process was so interesting. His head coach last year at South Dakota State, Eric Henderson, who's at Drake now. Toppin sets the screen for Petty. He'll find the big man inside, and he missed the flush, but he was fouled on the way up. It's been quite a scene this weekend with all the black and gold.
Well, why not when you've got a team that's #1 ranked in the country and playing this well? Ooh.
Oscar Clough. He has owned this matchup in the second half. 3 freshmen added to the roster in the offseason. 28 wins for Texas Tech last year. Petty. Purdue keeps it. Clough finds Jakari Harris inside for the basket.
Real nice pass.
And Christian Anderson.
It'll take a little while, though, to get used to what's expected, what they've got to do to be a big part of the team.
Clough for a moment, still pinballing around, and here comes Anderson. He careens to the cup and lays it in. So Texas Tech. Harris on a bounce into Trey Kaufman-Renn. Anderson probing. Can't score it this time as it's ripped away by big Oscar Clough inside. Then he's fouled.
That tonight. So they realize that we've got to be ready to play no matter who the opponent is. We'll work on trying to be better.
Purdue trying to join them. Old time here late. couple more for over.
The bonus for Matt Painter in practice, having this much depth. I mean, your scrimmages and practice sessions are very competitive.
On the cusp of his 502nd career win, as he closes in on Gene Keaty's all-time Purdue wins record. Daniel.
Well, Memphis was a pretty athletic team, and they had a good length. They just weren't strong enough because of the bulk inside of Purdue. So if you
he wins early in the season, but tough to argue with some of these ridiculous offensive efficiency numbers that Purdue's put together. These first. Wait until we get off the air. Jacobson tried to save it in. It'll stay with Texas Tech. Red Raider following this contest. To add to this point total. Horner on a baseline drive. They'll count it. Really took control of this game shy of halftime tonight and never looked back. Jacobson scores. He's got a chance to be
just a sophomore.
Petty feeds Bamboye and he's fouled. In the rehab process. Right now, just a nice depth. That Penner's a tall glass of water himself.
Yeah, he was a player.
Lob it up. Jacobson puts the cherry on. Smith in these 2 games in Nassau. 5 points last night. 10 points in this game. It's scary.
Capable of scoring, but you know they've got other outlets for the scoring. He's just more control the tempo of the game, get everybody in the right position, and set the tone with his toughness. And you know,
now Bamboye.
I mean, you have to have belief in yourself.
This week belongs to the top-ranked Purdue Boilermakers, who win the Baha Mar Hoops Championship. Too good. I don't think anybody would be surprised if they saw each other again.
No.
4 months from now.
It could very well happen. Yep.
And the Boilermakers now 47-3. Their last 50 non-conference games. They have just final look at the bracket here at the Baha Mar Championship. Boy, what a finish earlier. The former Boilermaker Miles Colvin got the last laugh. Wake Forest, an unreal buzzer beater.